Houston, right, just recently, is this correct, had 44,000, if I'm correct,
Yes,
correct
sir.
me if I'm wrong,
Yes, sir.
44,000 with new cases of HIV, right? 44,000. And this is among you so-called blacks and Hispanics.
Right.
Not these other nations, it's these blacks and Hispanics. Why? Because we're not keeping God's laws. All right, that's some powerful teaching right there. That was excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, the officer mentioned Deuteronomy 22 and 5, because Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Because God, just like you got kids, right? So you have requirements of your kids, right? You have brother and sister kids, right?
I got a brother.
You got a sister. They the younger sister, right? So you take orders for your father, your mother. You have requirements for what your parents say, right? So does God. If you God's children, God has requirements for you. So we're gonna read this verse, and we're gonna get what you should be doing and what you should be doing. All right, go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Just like when you go to school, there's a requirement. There's required courses that you must pass in order to get your diploma. Required courses you must pass in order to get your degree. All right, go ahead.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
For thy good, the commandments. So, sister, we're going to start with you first. We're not singling you out. Deuteronomy 22 and 5.
Yes, sir.
So, he's going to read a scripture. You believe in God, right? All right. Now, we have a sign here today to show you examples of what our sisters are to wear. Because we just read that God has a requirement, right? So this is coming from God. So go ahead and read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
My sister, my brother, I'll start with you first. What pertains unto a man? So what should a man wear that a woman should not wear? Okay, that's all right, that's all right.
I mean, I don't know, like basketball shorts. I mean, I guess, like, I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna get it for you. It's okay, so we're gonna get it for you. Brother, what you think? What should a man wear that a woman should not wear?
What should a man wear that a woman shouldn't wear? Suits, that's one.
That's what, yeah, man can wear that. So what let me ask, what should a woman not wear that a man can wear? How about that? It's okay, brother. So look at this sign. So we have you're in shorts and you're in shorts. But this is what God says our sisters are supposed to be in. Wear a modest
That's
dress.
right.
All right. And look, we also gonna get the fringe law as well. So we have our sisters in dresses. These are nice dresses. Look at that. They got a fringe on there. A dress with a fringe and border of blue. So go ahead and read that. We're gonna get 1 Timothy 2 and 9 after that.
Yes, sir.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So, brother, this would be a woman's garment. A dress, a man should not wear this. So we got the brother and we got the sister. What requirement for God says you should do, all right? To get 1 Timothy 2 and 9.
Yes, sir.
So God, in the Bible, God says 1 Timothy 2 and 9, this is modest apparel. Okay, read that.
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array.
So modest apparel is a modest dress that covers up your body. That only your husband should see. Now, which brings me to another one. Hebrews 13.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Are you married?
No.
Girlfriend, boyfriend? Boyfriend? All right. This is what God says. This is another law. Because remember, we read in Deuteronomy 10 and 12, what does God require of thee? Keep his commandments. All right, go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable and all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers,
So that's men who sleep with multiple women. Go ahead.
but whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
That's a judgment for God. We just read in Deuteronomy 28 about what God says happened to us in slavery. He also says we get pestilence as well in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 61. But these are the requirements of God. All right, what you got? Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
So what are some sicknesses and some plagues that people get when they sleep around from woman to woman or from man to man? What you say, brother?
AIDS,
We're gonna get to you next. Sis. What else?
AIDS,
That's not written in the Bible, is it? That's not written in the Bible. But it says every pestilence and plague that's not written in here, you still gonna get. What else you got, brother?
gonorrhea.
All right. Let's see what the sister got. What you got, sister? What diseases that men and women can catch that's not written in this Bible? So Houston, right? Just recently, is this correct? Had 44,000, if I'm correct.
Yes,
Correct
sir.
me if I'm wrong.
Yes, sir.
44,000 with new cases of HIV, right? 44,000. And this is among you so-called blacks and Hispanics.
Right.
Not these other nations. It's these blacks and Hispanics. Why? Because we're not keeping God's law. One of them is marriage. Sister got to be married, and the brother got to be married. So that's what that's about. So hey, make sure you talk to your boyfriend, because there's no boyfriend in the Bible. It's only married men and women. That's what you're gonna find in the Bible. Now, we also mentioned the fringe. Numbers 15 and 38. So another requirement. So let me ask you a question. So, do you buy your clothes, you make your clothes? All right, so when you buy your clothes, they don't have, see, this is a fringe. What we have, a fringe and a border blue. So brother, you're supposed to wear this too in your shirt.
Right.
When she gets her dress, that's what she's supposed to wear. Go
Right.
ahead and read that. It's another requirement. It's another commandment according to God. Remember, we just read in Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Requirements and commandments. Go ahead. Right here, yeah, right here. We had, look right here. Your fathers, your brothers, your sisters, our brothers and sisters, we had fringes on the bottom of that. Once again, we got fringes on the clothing right here. Nothing on the back. So these are things that are required by God. Go ahead and read that.
Numbers chapter 15 verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the border of the garments.
That's what these are. Fringes. And another, I have another shirt. It's fringes as well. So we wear this every day. Go ahead.
That they make them fringes in the borders of the garments throughout their generation.
So when it says throughout their generation, brother, what do you think that means?
From my kids, their kids, their kids, their
Exactly.
kids.
Sister, what you think that means? Throughout their generations. As long as you got kids, right? So when you have kids, you're supposed to put this on their garments, right? And when they have kids, on their garments, right? And so forth and so on. Throughout your generations. As long as you're generating, keep doing what God says. Keep reading.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
That's what you see right here. You're going to see in all our garments a ribbon of blue. Look, sister. Look, brother. That's what you see right here, sister. A ribbon of blue with the fringe. I don't think you see no right here. Ribbon of blue. So right in the Bible. Did you know that was in the Bible? Now, did you know that was in the Bible? So, hey, if you have your little phone out, take some notes as well. Or try to keep a mental note of that, all right?
The Aztecs wore them too.
The Aztecs wore them too. That so according to your father, what would you be? On this sign right here. Did they go over that with you? So according to your father, what would you be? So on this side is what God calls you, the 12 tribes. On this side is what you've been named, because the officer just went over, you would have a curse, and you would have a name replacement. So according to your father, Numbers 1 and 18 to show that. According to your father, where would you be on this sign? Okay, see, that means it's pertaining to you, the Aztecs as well, and the Mexicans. We all a family under the 12 tribes of Israel. Brother, what do you see on your sign? Or where would you be? Judah, see? That's the head tribe. The brother just read that Christ came out of Judah. Y'all remember that? That was with Jeremiah 14 and 2 and Hebrews 7 and 14, right? So Christ as well came out of Judah. He followed the commandments too. Christ wore fringes too. Read that.
Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And they assemble all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declare their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
So according to your father, that's who you'll be on the sign. Sister, you look like you got some questions or some wondering. What's in your mind?
Hold on, real
Not
quick,
really
hold on.
nothing. I'm just processing.
Yeah, right. You ain't never heard this before.
Right.
And it's shocking to
Very
you.
new.
Yeah, it's very new. So this is what you should learn and take this back. We're gonna have you subscribe to the channel as well. You too, brother. It's on the back of that flyer because we want. All right, we're gonna read Matthew 26. We're gonna get with you, sister. Go ahead and read Matthew 26 because this is what we read every time we close out to make sure we remember our sisters because they do good works as well. You don't see them out here, but they do good.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is